My ex and I divorced 2 years ago, but we're actually friendly now. Well, he texted me out of nowhere to let me know my current boyfriend messaged him behind my back. My ex immediately snitched to me and told me my new guy is a massive red flag.
It makes you look so bad.
You're embarrassing your partner, you're embarrassing yourself.
Absolutely.
For sure. I remember thinking, bro, get it together. Don't hit me up and ask me, that's insane, you look bad, it's embarrassing. And that ex is talking trash about me, so now I gotta see you in person. Now we gotta fight. Now we just gotta fight. You called me a red flag.
He did.
I gotta whip your ass. First things first, let's just start with, how do we feel about your current significant other hitting up your ex, checking up on you, asking them questions about you? He claims someone gave him bad advice to do this. Like, why not just ask me? Am I right to feel completely betrayed here, or am I being crazy?
Betrayed.
Yeah.
That's that's a very strong word.
How do we feel about our current girlfriend or boyfriend still being friendly with their ex-husband or wife?
And there's no kids.
And there's no kids. All right, so me and my boyfriend, we've been official for 6 months. And honestly, everything was great. Zero complaints. I saw a real future with him until my ex-husband texted me. My ex and I divorced 2 years ago, but we're actually friendly now. Well, he texted me out of nowhere to let me know my current boyfriend messaged him behind my back. Why? Because he wanted to make sure there wasn't more to the story about our divorce. My ex completely refused to get involved, immediately snitched to me, and basically told me my new guy is a massive red flag. I was livid. When I confronted my boyfriend, we had our first huge fight. His excuse was that since things are getting serious, he thought it was unusual that I was already divorced, and he wanted to verify I wasn't a cheater. Ooh, he claims someone gave him bad advice to do this. Like, why not just ask me? I put him on a timeout, no sleepovers, just texts. Now he's super emotional and terrified I'll dump him, which is honestly starting to make me feel guilty. But then in the very next breath, he has the audacity to get mad at me for letting this come between us. Am I right to feel completely betrayed here, or am I being crazy?
What? Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure
Need a revamp?
So, just so that I understand, I feel like this happens. Okay, so her boyfriend reached out to her ex-husband?
Yes, that is a thing. That happens.
Okay.
For sure.
Just to make sure that it didn't end because she
cheated on him. Yeah. And I think they're her and her ex-husband are friendly still.
Okay.
Now, she didn't say they have kids, so I don't know the whole optic of being friendly with your ex-husband, but you guys got a divorce, but you guys are friendly now. Yeah. And you don't have kids, so I don't know. I'm not throwing anything out there. I'm just saying he reached out to the ex-husband to see if there was more to the story to their divorce. Now, I would like to say I don't know the reason she told him for the divorce.
That would be really nice to know.
And it could be like, let's just say hey, we divorced because we grew apart. Or something. Right. We grew apart. We didn't get along. We're better as friends. Like, that happens, right? It doesn't have to be due to, divorce is kind of a serious thing, but it could just be like, hey, we were hating each other. We were at each other's necks. Infidelity does not have to be the reason for their divorce.
Behind it. Absolutely.
But it sounds like
he has like this insecurity
for
of
sure.
like, I wonder if he sees like any red flags or something, and it's just like making him think like, wow, like is that how she acted in her recent marriage, and then it ended? Like, because I don't know. I wish like
it's one of those things you kind of need both sides. You almost need to see where his head's at. Does he show signs of infidelity, or is he just that insecure, or maybe just things aren't adding up, and it could just be him coming up with scenarios. So first things first, let's just start with, how do we feel about your current significant other hitting up your ex, whether it's a husband or a boyfriend? How do we feel about that happening? And how do we feel about your ex or your boyfriend hitting up your ex and checking up on you, asking them questions about you?
That would really bother me, honestly, because like, one, you can't trust me enough and like take my word for it. Okay. I also have this thing where this can go for anyone. If you feel so compelled to like reach out to the ex for like anything, it makes you look so bad, like you and your relationship as well. And you have to think, like, if you move forward in your relationship,
your ex
just how now the ex just knows
got a little bit of a one up on you a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. So do you want to give that
it's embarrassing
to them? Like,
for sure.
That is
but
so
also it could be something that's so pertinent where you're like, I don't even care if it's embarrassing. I need to know this.
That is so true.
You know,
but it is
embarrassing, and you're embarrassing your partner. You're embarrassing yourself.
Absolutely,
for sure. But there's two sides of that, because what if something does come up? Let's say he admits to the boyfriend that the ex-husband had been still messing with her. You know what I mean? Like, then we wouldn't be like, well, he shouldn't have hit her up. It's like, oh, it's a good thing he did follow his intuition. So there's two sides of that coin there.
So true.
Like, the embarrassment is worth it.
Find out certain things that you are
speaking.
But
if we don't know, how do we feel about our current hitting up our ex? That's such a hard.
It's so crazy.
I've had it happen. I've definitely had a current. It's so annoying too. It's even more annoying when you're guilty, because you're thinking like, damn it.
Oh my God.
Quit being annoying.
Yes.
No, but
and then they come together.
Yeah.
And
now the ex-husband told on him to her, and called him a massive red flag. See, now your ex is talking about me.
I'm intrigued.
This is
this is
now
intriguing.
your ex is talking about me, and I got a problem with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah, I mean, like I feel like no matter what is going on in your relationship or what kind of answers you're seeking, don't reach out to the ex, because
so you're dead firm.
Don't reach out.
Got you on record. Don't reach out to the ex.
Don't reach out. And I'm not changing my answer.
Okay. Is there any scenario where it's okay?
If you suspect maybe that they are involved with the ex, and you're like wanting answers, and your partner, and you suspect they're lying, but things have to align. Like I'm all for, like, you need some proof.
Yeah.
You need to see some like messages, some like questionable things before you can like take that route, Because
she didn't say she didn't say her boyfriend hit up her ex-husband to see if they were still connecting.
Right.
He just was asking, hey, was there more to the divorce?
Yeah.
And I guess the other question is, like, what does he do with that information if she did cheat on her ex-husband? It's not you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, well, I know you're a cheater now, and maybe you lied to me about this, but that doesn't mean that carries on into our relationship.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
So, and then my next point was going to be, the reason why I say don't reach out to them is because exes are exes for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, what if she left him because he was a liar and would make up like these crazy stories and things like that? Like, you don't know the dynamic. I mean, yes, it is weird that they still have like this cordial relationship going on.
Yeah.
So maybe the guy is not as bad. But I think that's like another scenario that I would think about is like,
because he can lie, he can make up. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What if he did want to sabotage the relationship? I mean, he told on him. So I mean, that's already kind of borderline sabotaging. But yeah, this is my ex. What if we didn't have a great relationship and you hit him up and they were like, oh yeah, she smashed 30 dudes while we were together, and now it's like, you hit on my ex. I can't. Do you believe him? Do you believe me? Are you going to ask the 30 guys that he's? I know that's an extreme. Scenario, example. But the question remains. So we got to tackle one thing at a time. Okay, first things first. We don't hit up exes unless we suspect maybe the ex is still involved with your current partner.
Correct.
And there's some things that maybe align.
Exactly.
Or some signs that came up.
We're not hitting up exes for stupid questions. Oh, like, I just want to clarify like why y'all didn't work out, or I want to, clarify like this timeline. Like, it's all in the past. Okay. Like, I think that all of those type of questions are off, because what are you going to do with that moving forward? Like,
yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I agree with you here. I'm trying to think. Do we hit up exes for any other reason besides thinking that they could be?
Have you ever had to reach out to a partner's ex. Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever done it. It could just be like an ego and pride thing. Yeah, because that makes me look less of a man. If I'm so desperate for, like, first and foremost, like, even considering that my girl might be cheating on me, what does that say about me as a man? That. Number one.
I know, yeah.
Number two, yeah, it kind of gives the ex this. Let me put myself in the ex shoes. Oh my gosh, no, because I have been hit up by a girl and her current husband. This has happened to me, and her husband did reach out to me and ask me, and I did. Yeah. I had her back. There was nothing. I didn't do anything. I'm not the guy to do things with people, especially marriages. That's for me. That's just a whole different border that you don't cross.
Oh, I think I remember this.
But I have definitely had a husband reach out to me and see if his girl and I had done anything while they were together or recently, and I remember being on the other line and thinking, this guy's such a lame, such a loser to even
like
reach
for
out.
Doing that?
Like, I feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't judge him. Maybe I could understand, like, you're like feeling so desperate about now they were married. So feeling such a way about your wife that you even go to the extreme of asking a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even, like, me and his wife never even had any discourse. So, like, he asked me out of the blue.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And I remember thinking, bro, get it together. Don't hit me up and ask me. That's insane. You look bad. It's embarrassing. But does he care about the embarrassment if the information is there? If there is some information, he may not care. Now, I will say, especially with guys, like, we're probably not going to snitch. Especially, like, let's say, for instance, I was smashing his wife. I'm not going to tell him that. I don't think I would tell him that. Even if he hit me up directly, I just don't see myself telling him. So yeah, okay, no, I'm with you. Yeah, I have made up my mind. I had to think about this, but do not hit the ex up. There are multiple reasons. Number one, it's embarrassing. Number two, it just, it betrays your partner's trust. But number three, there's a world where you don't get the truth here.
Very true.
Now, obviously, I could ask for proof and, like, let me see the text messages. Yes, that could be, again, I'm with you. There has to be some sort of, like, actual, I've come across maybe you guys messaging each other, or I caught her doing something and I reached out to you to kind of confirm some suspicion.
Yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, we don't hit up exes to ask about our current partner.
I think that it creates so many problems where maybe there weren't any.
Yeah.
Like, maybe now after speaking with them, all these insecurities start popping up and, like, you just start spiraling mentally based off of, like, what they said. And, like, not all the times is the truth.
Yeah.
I am all about just focusing on your partner, the present, and what you have going on. And if you have issues, like, and if you see any red flags, then, like, you know, acting on that.
We got two more parts to this, though. There's two more parts to this.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The second part. How do we feel about our current girlfriend or boyfriend still being friendly with their ex-husband or wife?
And there's no kids.
And there's no kids. Just now, again, friendly could mean a lot of things. Like, we're just cordial. I don't text. He doesn't text me. Or friendly could mean, we talk every so often, just check in with each other. Where is there a boundary? Is it weird? Is it regular? How do we feel about this? Keep in mind, we're talking about somebody who you shared intimacy with, you were in love with at some point, at least enough to get married to them.
True. Yes.
Could it leave the door open to some sort of possible feelings coming back? Especially now that he's hitting me up, telling me my boyfriend is a red flag. So now you're planting kind of seeds of doubt in my mind. Not saying that he had an ulterior motive. He might have just been like, listen, I'm telling you right now, because I probably would do the same thing. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I did reach out to the girl and say, hey, your husband is, like, reaching out to me. You need to probably get that under control. Now, I didn't talk shit about him. I didn't say it's he's a red flag. That's your husband. Yeah. That's your guys' relationship. But I did let her know, like, hey, he's reaching out to me. I just want you to know, because my loyalty was to her. I knew her. I didn't know him. Very true. I was friends with her. I grew up with her. So.
Absolutely.
So the question remains, are we friendly with our ex spouse outside of there being kids?
Here, hold on 1 second. Look this way. Eyelash. Okay, sorry.
Get it? Okay.
Yep. I've never been in a situation though where like I have like been friends or have been friendly with an ex.
You may not have been, but you have to act like, what would you do if it was the case? If
Yeah.
I was friendly with an ex outside of kids, especially an ex-spouse outside of kids, how would you feel?
Like if you were? Or
If I was
like
friendly. If I was.
if you were.
Yeah, because it's hard to make the judgment unless you're kind of in it or if you've been in the situation. So if you've never been in the situation, then what do you think, how do you think your behavior would be? What do you think your reaction would be to finding out I was friendly with an ex-spouse who I did not have children with?
Yeah. I think.
And again, friendly is
I was going to say, like, let's define friendly because I also think that that's subjective for some people as well, right?
I do think, as reading into deeper, because I paraphrased a little bit, I do think in there that she still talks to him on occasion.
Okay.
So let's go with that. I didn't fully read the entirety, but but that was kind of the paraphrasing of it. And inside of there, she did say they talk on occasion.
Okay. I mean, okay. So I'm a different breed of a woman. I like to say, my thing is like, I wouldn't mind it if I knew her and like, you weren't like being weird about it and like hiding her. Like if y'all were friends, like prior to us meeting and dating,
you're adding caveats to it, though.
I am.
I didn't say nothing about
caveats.
y'all being friends.
I know.
I didn't say nothing about that. No, you can't soften it.
But it had to have been prior.
Can't soften it. I am friends with my ex-spouse. We talk on occasion, not every day, maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks. Let's just say that
details. This is hard.
You don't know them personally.
Okay.
I've never really introduced you guys because it's not like somebody I go out and hang out with, so I don't consider them like my friend. But we, I've known.
I mean, in that case, it's like, in that case, then I feel like you shouldn't have like a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Because also I feel like relationships are supposed to be like beneficial for each party, whether that be like a relationship or like, or even like friendships and things like that. Right. So so I would think like, what is it that you are trying to get from
I like
speaking
that.
with your ex,
What's
right?
the benefit for you?
Exactly. That's what I would.
Especially if it's hurting your current relationship or current partner.
Yes.
And I'm not saying he's allowed to be controlling, but it's not like he's saying you can't be friends with this person, you can't be friends with this person. This is a very specific dynamic. You were married to this person. You shared intimacy with this person. You shared love with this person. They probably know deep secrets about you. There were feelings there at some point. There's a flip side to that says, listen, if your girl loves you, she loves you, and her feelings if she's for you, then her feelings for you shouldn't be able to falter, even if some sort of past comes back, or even if somebody tries to get with her that was from her past and that she was in love with prior. However, eliminating the temptation is also something that you probably would expect out of your partner.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I guess for me, well, go ahead. Were you about to say something?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna, I stand firm to that. Like, he's not, the relationship isn't beneficial by any means at that point. You know, you don't have kids together to where like it does benefit you to have a good relationship with the other partner for like your kids. You're not in business together. Like there are like certain things that like, I could see certain people still having that relationship with their ex. But yeah, I mean, like if y'all are not like absolute like best friends and y'all just maybe divorced just because like that was what it was, like, oh, that's my best friend, but like not my life partner.
Yeah.
Then I see no reason. I have never believed in holding on to an ex.
Sure.
Never.
Yeah.
Like I have
not even for like friendship purposes.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff. Go make another friend.
there's like there's billions of people in this world. Like you do not have to hold on to an ex. And so I truly believe like once you break up, they're done. Like you grieve them as if they were dead, and then you move along. As long as kids are not involved. Yeah. That person was not for you, and I just don't believe in like keeping them around even as friends. Like I don't know.
So a couple things for me to say about this. Number one, the first thing I'll say is I'll go ahead and say as a man, as knowing myself, you can't be friends with, you could be friendly, cordial if you guys cross paths. Okay. But there's, and I wouldn't want to make that decision for you. I'd hope you have the respect enough and the understanding and just the competence enough to say, hey, I'm not going to be friendly with an ex-husband of mine in my new relationship. Like I'd want you to make that decision. I wouldn't want to say, hey, I don't want you to be friends with this person. I would say it because I that's exactly how I feel. If you were doing it, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm not with this. However, I'd feel much better if you came to that conclusion without me having to say it. Because let me just tell you, just for reference, guys, in a relationship, I get it that certain things probably shouldn't be so off limits. You should be able to be friends with an ex, and everybody be cool about it. And there are probably some relationships where that's okay, right? Yeah. There's probably some people that care. But I think it's a conversation to be had. Hey, listen, I'm still like this again. It just goes back to communication. And it's one of those things like being considerate, because like you said, this person isn't like that beneficial to your life where you can't live without them. Right. So this is one of those conversations where you have with your partner and say, hey, listen, I'm still cool with my ex. We had a shared history, but I've known them all my life. I do enjoy being friends with them. There's no feelings there. I'll never love them again. However, I'm in a relationship with you now. Yeah. And I want to know how you feel, because your feelings are way more important than me keeping this connection with this person. And that's what we got to stop doing. It's not about him controlling you. It's actually about you being able to have some sort of understanding of your partner's feelings. And if you don't have an understanding of it, then just simply ask. If this is a deal breaker where you have to be friends with your ex, otherwise the relationship won't work, then you probably should just date somebody who doesn't care about that. Yeah. But clearly he does. And I'm sure this isn't the first occurrence where he's brought up the ex-husband or expressed some sort of discontent for that relationship, because he didn't probably just call the ex-husband out of the blue, right? So this is something like, you should be able to, and it can be embarrassing. It could be something somebody doesn't immediately come out and say, because they don't want to sound controlling, where they're just like, I don't want you being friends with your ex, right? It does sound controlling. However, it's not abnormal. That's not an abnormal thing. That's not a crazy ask either. Yeah. Again, he's not pinpointing multiple friends. He's talking about one. There is a world where controlling things become a slippery slope. We're talking about one person who you're married to in your immediate past. Yeah, this is one of those things where you say, hey, I've kind of seen you have a little bit of distaste for this relationship. Is this a problem for you? Because I will stop being friendly with them. Now, and this wasn't really the story, because he was more so just reaching out to the ex to ask why they had a divorce. Yeah. But I'd imagine that her just even being friendly with the ex is probably a problem for him. Yeah, for sure. And I know I'm probably veering off of the actual topic here at hand, but it is something to address. Being friends with your ex, like, don't let that ruin a relationship or get in the middle of it or cause any sort of insecurity for your partner. If you care about your partner, don't make them feel like they're controlling you. Just step in and say, hey, I'm cool with my ex. Is this going to be a problem for you? And as long as it's not a deal breaker for you, and they say, yeah, I don't think I would really like that, then you just end it amicably, right? You just end that relationship. Let that partner know, because their feelings aren't more important than your new partner's feelings. Yeah, absolutely. It's just it's really that simple for me. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, that's the second part. That's still a third part, and the third part is she wants to know if she's wrong. Is she right to feel completely betrayed? Or is she being crazy? He hits up the ex behind her back.
Oh, man. I mean, like, I guess I would, ooh, I have an answer here. Though. Betrayed.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, that's a very strong word.
I was going to say, it's an extreme word.
It is. It is. And I don't think that, I don't know. Like, I don't think like what's happened here is like the most extreme thing. So I don't think that she should feel betrayed in a way. I think me as a woman, I would probably question why he felt the need to do it. Mm-hmm. And if I played a part in that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I would think back to like conversations maybe that we've had that, and maybe I like made him feel insecure, or maybe I was wishy-washy, like when answering a question, and it made him like want to go off and like confirm it. Yeah. You know? So I think that I would question it in that way. I wouldn't feel betrayed. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like how dare you go and, you know, because I feel like, you know, we can't control other people and the way that they respond and react to certain things and their actions, right? Like, so all you can do is control how you respond to the situation. And I don't think that this is like a cause for like going like overboard and acting like you have been betrayed and you're the victim here. So yeah, I wouldn't call it betrayal. I don't think she was betrayed. But I do think that there's something there. I don't know if there's like some miscommunication on their end that has made him feel like he needed to go to the other party to like reconfirm something. So yeah, I think that's my answer.
Yeah, it's a good answer. I'm inclined to agree here. I think both things could be false. I don't think you're crazy. But I don't think you. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't call it betray you. She kind of went to two extremes, right? Am I crazy or am I being betrayed? Neither. I don't think either. No. I think it's okay to be upset and annoyed by this, for sure. It definitely is like, all right, bro, don't hit up my ex. Chill out. That's embarrassing, okay? And
oh, for sure, I would tell my partner like, hey, you know, that's really embarrassing for us to like for you to put that out there and make it seem as if we have problems, because that's what it looks like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely a world where you kind of nip that immediately, have that conversation. Hey, this isn't okay. I don't feel comfortable with you doing this. This is embarrassing. You know, does it cause for some sort of breakup or not being able to move forward? Only if that his behavior doing that persists. And like you said, there's a conversation to be had. Sometimes we're so immediately like, our partner does something, we get so irritated with them, we get upset with them, like, how could you do that? Or why would you do that? But the question remains, why did you do that? Yeah. And there is an answer to that. And there might be a fairly legitimate answer. Could be something you've done, could be something from their past, or an ex did it. Like, you have no idea, right? So this insecurity definitely comes from somewhere. Why does he feel like you're lying? It doesn't mean it's your fault. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. But there's a conversation to be had. Hey, what have I done or said to you, like you said, to make you not believe this? Is it just a lingering issue that you have that has nothing to do with me? Or is there something that I'm consistently doing or currently doing that is making you feel that way that I can change? Yes. Because while I am annoyed and upset with you, I still want us to work. So I'll do what it takes to make sure you don't have these issues and insecurities, because clearly you came to this conclusion on your own due to something that's happening. Yeah. So that conversation needs to be had. It's okay to sometimes look internally. It's not you admitting that you did anything wrong, because you didn't. I don't think you did anything wrong, but it's also, hey, this happened. I don't like that it happened. You don't like that it happened. What can we do to fix it and move forward? Because this is not such a deep issue that it's cause for breakup or you know, I don't think you're crazy, and I don't think it's abnormal for him to hit. I don't think he should do it, but I do think it happens. And everybody wonders about the ex and, you know, what really happened. Yes. I mean, I'm under the like, we all probably make things like we all for breakups, we all probably stretch the truth a bit. I mean, everybody's right in the breakup, right? The partner was always the one in the wrong. It's very rare somebody comes out and be like, yeah, it was kind of my fault. I did this person wrong. I did this to that person. Usually it's like you demonizing your ex, especially if y'all didn't end well. And then your ex has a whole different
story of what happened, right? So you both go into new relationships and tell your new partners that this person did this and this person did that, and that's why we ended, right? So there's always that exists. So at the end of the day, just to answer the question, you're not crazy. He didn't betray you. Have that conversation. Don't hit the ex up. Don't do that. It's embarrassing. If it's that serious, then you need to figure out why you feel so insecure about it. And maybe don't be friends with your ex outside of like children, unless the partner is cool with it. Or like you said, like sometimes I don't see a world where like I'm cool with somebody around us that, used to see your private parts, just I don't care. You can call it insecurity. I don't care. I'm a human being and I'm a man. I don't like that. Whatever. It don't bother me. It don't bother me.
Okay. But you know why I think that we are like that? Because we are visual creatures. Like we literally see things like happening in our brains. We talk about that all the time.
Sure. Like the imagination is
I literally would like yes, the imagination.
Sure.
Like I would just see it happening and I wouldn't want to see that. So yeah, I am right there with you.
Although it could be like, especially if it's an immediate ex. If it's like some high school or college. Right. Like I've literally had ex-girlfriends that got cool with other ex-girlfriends while we were together. That's definitely happened. That's not, the craziest thing, but also like I wouldn't have talked to the girl and I still didn't even talk to the other ex-girlfriend while I was dating the girl, even though they were friends. Like I just didn't do it because I was like, it's still a weird dynamic for me.
Yeah, of course.
But we're talking like the immediate ex, and like if I didn't know them and you're talking to them, but I don't really know them, it's a little weird. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little off, a little different. Yeah, and that ex is talking trash about me, so now I gotta see you in person. Now we gotta fight. Now we just gotta fight. You called me a red flag.
He did.
I gotta whip your ass.
Yeah, you're down for a good fight.
I don't know. I feel like we packed that up.
I think we did.
Yeah,
too.
we packed that up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Recently, my husband of 15 years told me he's polyamorous and said he always felt this way. He described monogamy as feeling like a boiling kettle with no release valve. A few weeks later, he told me he already had someone in mind. Sorry. I'm trying
to let you get through this.
A divorced neighbor he talks to at the bus stop.
I'm only laughing because what type of bullshit you trying to pull out, bro?